Following video is not clickbait. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a glorious second day of 2017 or third day, whenever you're watching this video. 2016 was a wild year. Not gonna get into that because everyone has their own thoughts and this happened, craziness, all good. Point is, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that we've been getting asked about. Probably like the #1 question that keeps coming up over the years is how in the hell do you guys stay so thin and eat so much goddamn food? It's a very good question. I've avoided the question for a long time, not because I didn't know the answer, but the truth is because our channel is typically focused on inspiring you guys to get into the kitchen. That's what we like to do. We inspire you how to eat cheap, how to eat incredible, how to be creative, and just have a great time and master the kitchen, be a badass in the kitchen for anyone that thinks they can't, people that don't have big kitchens, all that stuff. So I like to keep all the other stuff kind of away from that. So what I realized is, you know what, I'm gonna start another channel. For a long time I wanted to start another channel. I've tried little things, but I'm really ready to do it. This is actually part of my New Year's resolution, but it's really not a resolution. It's like my New Year's conquerution, or what, I'm gonna make up a word because it's gonna happen. Resolutions are like, you know, you see the people always jogging the next day after New Year's. You're like, why are they jogging? Like, oh, because their New Year's resolution is to lose weight. But for me, resolutions are not about, you know, losing something. It's about gaining something, right? So for me, I'm creating a channel, and it's gonna be called You Enjoy Life. And you can actually, if you click the link below, or I think I can put a channel link somewhere right around here, check it out, you can subscribe. So on Brothers Green, I wanna keep that, I know Mike is a similar way, keep that about the food. All the stuff we do with food, we're gonna keep this channel so I'm not like throwing in all kinds of other stuff and confusing people. Keep that one about the food, this channel right here. And then I'm gonna have my other channel, You Enjoy Life, and this is gonna be about everything else that is inspiring to me. Information that I can give you guys that's gonna make your life so much freaking better, as well as all the stuff that I'm really passionate about beyond food. Music, honestly, before food, music has been in my life forever. I was a performer, musician. I was in a band for 10 years. I play all the time. I write songs. I teach people how to dance, how to sing, do all this stuff. So that's all gonna be on there. So if you're looking for stuff beyond just cooking, you know, then head on over to You Enjoy Life. And, you know, I mean, the name says it all. It's just a channel to help you get the most out of life and enjoy it, because that's what the best thing is about life. So check that out. I hope you guys enjoy that. I recorded all this new music in the past year, so I'm gonna be putting out these dance music videos, and the whole point is to get you guys moving. It's like if you're looking for a nice, you know, pump me up, feel good workout, or just kind of movement things, like 3 to 5 minutes. You have 3 to 5 minutes a morning, a day. You get up, you listen to this music, you dance around with me, and you're gonna be feeling so much better. Especially for people that don't have the time to go to the gym and work out, or, you know, maybe need a midday break. It's meant just for you guys, and it just gets you into your body and feel good, because dancing, honestly, best workout, the most fun. You get to dance your ass off and, you know, just feel good while you're doing it. Which brings me to this video. So this video is gonna be the kind of content I'm gonna have on the other channel, but I'm gonna give you guys a taste, so if you like it, you can slip on over to You Enjoy Life. Okay, so how do I manage to stay skinny over all these years? No, I'm not gonna speak for Michael, because he's got his own thoughts, his own methods, but we do share a lot of similarities. And the truth is, you can't get around being active, of course. Like, you can't just eat whatever you want and think you're gonna just be fine. Like, I'm very active. I'm not gonna pretend that I don't work out. I work out most days. I at least, you know, do a long walk, or, you know, I dance in the mornings. I just did a 30-minute like fitness workout on YouTube. I love to do going out and dancing. I'm signing up for capoeira classes. So there's lots of different things that you can do to find ways to be, you know, active, and I really believe that's a huge part in losing weight and getting to the shape that you want, of course. But it's not just about that. And there's something way beyond that that has nothing to do with what you're eating, nothing to do with the movement, but it is the initial mindset that you're going into with food. So one of the reasons I like to teach people how to cook is because I believe, and I know, and the proof is in the pudding right here, that when you get more connected to the food that you are actually cooking, you're gonna automatically start to lose weight. People watch our videos and they're like, oh my God, you guys, how is it possible that you're eating all this food? It's like, you know, fried this and cheesy taco that and crunchy, crispy, barbecue-y this, whatever. How do you guys do that? Well, first off, we don't just eat the food in our videos. You know, we actually eat well, and me specifically, like, I eat a nice, good, balanced diet, but I don't think about, like, you know, I don't count calories ever. I never weigh myself. I haven't weighed myself. Maybe once a year I'll step on a scale just out of curiosity, like, yeah, I wonder what I'm at. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty much what I've always been at. I feel pretty damn good. But I don't sit there and count calories. I don't diet. I don't believe that dieting is something that works. If you look at the studies, people that diet actually end up, typically the majority of people end up gaining back the same weight or more weight eventually. So it's not about a diet. What it's about is changing your lifestyle. And we've been hinting at this over the years in the videos. It's like, we're not saying like, hey, this is a super healthy, you eat this, you're gonna feel good, and it's got, this carbs and protein. No, that stuff's great, and you can get into that if that's interesting to you. But there's something so much more simple, and it's really just having that awareness of the food, putting in the love into the food, enjoying the food. And now you're probably saying, putting in the love, that's not gonna help me lose weight. And like, actually it is, because your mindset, if you wake up in the morning, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh man, I'm fat. I'm like, I got this roll right here. Listen, I do this too. I still, even though, like, no matter what weight I'm at or how I feel, I still have those days where I wake up and I just, sometimes for weeks at a time, where I just don't feel good. I'm like, I just feel like I'm kind of, I don't know, skin's breaking out. Like, I just feel a little like heavier, like my joints aren't moving right. And then what I do is I start to like see that. What happens is your brain, like when you start to attach an idea to yourself, you box yourself in. You become this person. You become the, I'm a little too chubby person. And you become aware of that. You're like, my ass is a little fat, whatever it is. And you start to box yourself into this idea. So when you look into the mirror, that is what you're seeing, right? And then when you do that, when your thoughts think these things, you actually hold yourself to that standard. You don't realize it, but you hold yourself in this place where you're like, okay, well, this is just who I am. This is how it is. I see this person, they look great. I look in this magazine, they look great, which now most of us know that magazines, the models and stuff you're seeing in magazines, they don't even look like that. The amount of Photoshop and the dieting and all the things that go into making them look the way they look when you see them on the screen or, on the magazine, they don't even look like that in real life. So don't hold those standards. Have your own personal standard, and don't let that standard be something that is this crazy unattainable thing that you're always judging yourself by. You have to feel good in this moment. So what I want you to do, if you actually would just want to start this, is no matter where you are, what your weight is, how you feel, you need to go look in the mirror and be like, damn, I'm actually freaking awesome. I'm alive, I can move, I can cook, I can do whatever, I can smile, and just be happy with who you are in this moment. Just take a moment to just be grateful for that, right? And that's something so small that you can do, because little things like that start shifting your mindset. And that's just the beginning. Because at the end of the day, your life, it took you your entire life. I always used to say this, it's like, you start as a baby and you're like a blank slate. And then you go up your whole life and you hit this point in your life and we're like, oh my God, I'm this human being. Like, I have thoughts, I have feelings. Like, all the choices in my life led me to this point. Like, I am freaking screwed up. For a lot of, that's how it was for me. I remember the first day I kind of had that actualization, that realization. Was like, I am this person who's been allowing all these things in my life to affect me this way. And like, this is who I am. Now I have to deal with it. So then you spend the rest of your life getting back to it. So don't think that, if you're overweight, you're struggling with weight, don't think that it's just gonna happen out of nowhere or this magic diet is gonna do the thing. No, you have to spend your life finding a lifestyle that works for you. And I found that food and music and movement, those are the things, if you can find a cool balance with that. If you're cooking your own food, I eat probably 95% of my own meals. Of course, if I'm traveling, it's different, but even then, when I'm traveling, my wife and I, we go on vacation and we're cooking our own food. We're going to the markets. We get excited. Our favorite thing is to like go to the markets, find food, and they cook up these great meals. And sometimes I overindulge. Sometimes I do feel, a little bit heavier and this and that. But I never weigh myself. I never had that like, okay, I need to be at 155 to feel good. Like, when I feel good, I feel good. And I know if I eat too much, guess what? I know that I not made a mistake, but I pushed it too much. Even the holidays, like I'm feeling a little bit right now. The past couple days been kind of getting back into it. It's New Year's. New Year's is like the last day to kind of push it and party and go crazy. But then the holidays are over and you feel that, right? Like you're like, wow, that Thanksgiving meal, that just like tore me apart. But that's okay. Don't feel bad about that. That is a starting point, because okay, I ate this much food. I don't feel good, so what can I do? Eat some good food, eat a little bit less, eat something clean, fresh, whatever it is, or just make that meal that you loved. It could be a burger and fries, but really sit there and be present with the food and enjoy it. And don't feel guilty. If you want to eat something, don't feel guilty about it. But if you're making that food yourself, if you're really putting in that time to make the food and make it good and like really savor it. I'm not talking like going to McDonald's and just scarfing down. Of course you're gonna feel like crap. There's nothing there that's gonna make you feel good. Even their salad, like I don't even know how lettuce grows to become in that salad at McDonald's. I don't even know if it's really lettuce. Point is, you're going to the market, you're picking those fruits out yourself, you're making that meal, even if some of it comes from a can. You know, eventually the goal is for me to be able to grow my own food and do all these things, and I'm starting fermenting and doing all this stuff, but I live in New York City. I can't get all this great, amazing organic produce. That shit's expensive, right? So like, I can't beat myself up about not having the freshest food all the time or wanting to, you know, indulge in some awesome food. No, what I can do is I can enjoy it and not overeat, and really, like, that is a huge thing. Here's the thing. If you are not overeating, you can eat, like, I've found this, like, the stuff we eat on the show, I've been on cooking shows before and Food Network and stuff, and these people, they take a bite and they spit it out, or they like eat a little bit and then it's like, no, they fake it all. But the food we're making on our show, we actually love. Like, you'll see Mike and I, we're scarfing this stuff down. We're like, damn, that was good. We're eating the whole time. Sometimes I'm cooking all day. I'm like marathon eating, and people are like, you have the dream job, you get to eat all day, but I don't know how you stay so skinny. And the truth is, like, it's because I'm not just mindlessly eating food. I'm really appreciating it. I'm making food that I know I spend a lot of time making, and I'm sitting there with it. And sometimes I scarf it down, and like I do, I feel like crap. But over the years, you get better and better and better. So here's the thing. I call this the haircut principle. Let's say, I mean, this is a good example. You know, recently I had shaved all my hair off, and my fro, it's pretty much back in full action. But for me, I don't see that progress. I don't see my hair growing out. Like, I can't even, when I'm looking back when my hair was short, it's like now it's just long. But someone hasn't seen me in a few months and like, whoa, your hair's grown really long. You know, your hair's just like huge. Like, the last time I saw you, it was nowhere. But for me, the hair grows so small that I don't even really notice it unless I look back. It's the same thing with lifestyle changes. If you start becoming present and aware of your food, start cooking your own food, start really taking the time to savor it. And also, when you don't savor it, when you overeat, think about how you feel. Like, oh my God, I ate way too much, I don't feel well. So next time when you go to sit down to a meal, try to remember that. Be like, wait a minute. So last time I ate this same meal, I didn't feel very good. Maybe it's the food, or maybe I just ate it too fast. Maybe I ate too much. Maybe I need to put half of this away and save this for later. If I eat half of this, maybe I'll be okay. Maybe I need to add some veggies, like top my burger with a bunch of vegetables, whatever it is, right? So the thing about the haircut is you don't notice it, and life works the same way. Anything, any kind of lifestyle change works the same way, and I think about this with food. I'm not just gonna go from one place instantly to another. Changes that happen for real take a long time. Yes, I know how to lose. I can lose 10 pounds in an hour. I've done this before. I was a wrestler. I had to go from, I used to play football, and I would be 175 pounds playing football through the season. This is in high school, and then go to wrestling and wrestle at 135. I had to lose 40 pounds in a matter of like a month. And I knew how to do that, but it wasn't a lasting thing. It wasn't a healthy thing looking back. What it is, it's a lifetime of getting into a good lifestyle. If you're feeling like, you know, hey, you feel 50 pounds overweight, or you feel too big, okay, don't try to just say I'm gonna lose 30 pounds this month, because you know what? If you're not changing your lifestyle, it's gonna come right back. If you're doing the same things and the only thing that you're changing is your diet, eventually you're gonna start craving those foods that you cut out even more. So I don't want you to cut out your foods and feel like, oh, I have to just be screwed and not eat good food. No, I eat the most amazing food every single freaking day. And when I feel good, it's because I have the God-given right to feel good, and I love that about this lifestyle thing. Because when you're becoming aware, then you eat whatever you want, but you know if you're eating too much, you know if you're not eating the right thing. It's like, I'm not saying that I can eat whatever I want and I eat McDonald's and I can eat whatever. No, I don't eat those things because I know now how they're gonna make me feel, and I have no interest in them, and I can make it better myself and feel much better. So those are the things to look into. When you develop that healthy lifestyle, over time, over your life, you're gonna start to feel better. And it's gonna be a slow progression. You might not even notice it, but slowly your clothes, you know, you're gonna start fitting into those slimmer clothes, and people are gonna start saying, hey, you're looking good. You're gonna start feeling great, but don't think it's gonna happen in a month. Don't even think it's gonna happen in 6 months. Maybe it does, maybe it happens in a few months. We've had plenty of people write in, like, just from watching your guys' show and cooking the food you cook, like, I've lost 100 pounds. I've had this happen. I'm like, that blows me away. That makes me so happy to hear that, because we're not talking about losing weight. We're not saying like, hey, you eat this food, you're gonna lose weight, but actually it happens. So I know the proof is in the pudding for me, the proof is in the pudding for a lot of you guys out there that have been through this experience. But just remember, I know this seems like a lot to kind of take in, but know if you're kind to yourself, if you become present to the food that you're eating, you cook for yourself, and you don't beat yourself up and your guilt. Like if you're eating a meal and you're sitting there and you know it's not good for you and you're feeling guilty about eating it, it's actually gonna be worse. Your body is gonna take in that guilt, take in that stress, and actually do worse things. I find out if I eat a bad meal, right, because I am healthy and I understand like what's going on in my body is smart, it gets what I need, it's right out. And it's very rare that I eat meals that aren't good, but sometimes I'm just like, just not, you know, I'm in this weird space and I just grab something real quick, we're on the road, and my body knows like, this isn't for you, boom. Whereas like if you're overeating, you're stress eating and all this stuff, like it's gonna sit there. That stress from the food is gonna sit there in your body. So don't worry about feeling bad. Just try to become more present. Just think about this video. Write down some of the things that you love about food. Write down some of the things that like you want to change in your life, and start to do those things small and small, but don't beat yourself up by it. Like this isn't this New Year's resolution that you're gonna lose 5 pounds and then a month later you're like, well, I failed that, and then you feel like a failure. No, it's not about that. It's about becoming present to the moment, appreciating what goes into your body, and learning and feeling how it makes you feel, and going from there. Thank you guys for watching this video. Happy freaking New Year's. This year's gonna be amazing. Don't let anyone else tell you anything. All these people on the outside that are freaking out about the presidency, all this stuff, it's like, it's gonna be okay. You have to take control of your own life, and that starts with getting your health into shape. Check out You Enjoy Life, my new channel, and just freaking keep being awesome. I'm excited. We have an awesome product coming out. I can't wait for you guys to see it.